Hi, welcome to another edition of Island Church Podcast. I'm Matt Lombardi. No, actually, I'm not. I'm Pastor Will, but I've got Sandy joining me today as we're going to come and share with you. Matt's still away for another week, and so we look forward to having him back. But we wanted to have a special guest today, and so I brought Sandy along with me. And so she's going to share a little bit today. We're going to just talk kind of like this, Matt and I, except we do this more regularly for about 40 years or so.
Yeah. And I don't have an appearance fee, so it was pretty easy to secure me this morning. So
That's right. We're on a budget on this thing. So tell us about last week.
last Sunday.
Tell us about that great sermon.
Well, it was a great sermon. Will has started his series on the law of love, and he did an overview of the great commandments, the two great commandments. And it's a good series. It's going to be exceptional. I'm looking forward to it. And obviously, I am married to him, but at the same time, I am also a congregant. And so I pay attention in the sermons and I learn things in the sermons. And it's one of the things that you mentioned in the sermon, not to be negative, but it's actually positive to learn that your heart is deceitful. The scripture talks about that a good bit, actually. And it's something that I've actually been thinking about for the last several weeks due to some material that I've been reading and studying and that type of thing. And just knowing that we really need to evaluate ourselves up against God's word and evaluate our thoughts and our actions and why we do things sometimes. Mm-hmm. And everybody needs that self-check.
All right. Well, the point of that is that we need to follow God because the Father knows best. That was the title of the sermon. And we need to obey him and not just follow our hearts or not just follow our own thoughts even. We want to follow God. We want to work in obedience and we want to give God our yes on the front end and then ask him what? Not debate with God because God knows best and because he has our best interests and his kingdom on his mind. So that was last week. We had some guests with us this week. We had some people returning from out of town.
Yes.
Some coming and going. So if you're in town, you're popping in, maybe you live away, you're in town, certainly come and join us. And so it was good for the people to be together. We had a group that went to see the movie, The Young Washington. We had recently had some men go to a baseball game. We've had the ladies get together for an event.
The women's group for the Bible study got together, I think, 2 weeks ago. And so, and on that note, do you mind if I put a plug in for the women's Bible study?
No.
Okay. Women's Bible study is going to restart on August the 25th. That's the last Tuesday in August. I believe we have an election that's going to happen in Pinellas County on August the 18th. And because of that, we're just going to delay our Bible study to start till the next week. So there's not quite as much commotion going on. And we'll run for 10 or 11 weeks into the fall. And the material that we're going to be doing is a book that I have loved for years. You may be familiar with it. It's called How to Have a Mary Heart in a Martha World. It's excellent material. Joanna Weaver is the writer of this material, and we're going to be using that. I've wanted to do it for several years, and it just seemed that it fits for this year. And so that's going to start up on August the 25th. That's Tuesday. We meet at 9:30 to chat and have coffee, and the study starts at 10, goes to 11:30. So we'd be happy for you to join us. Mm-hmm. In that, it's open to our people and guests on the island and people that are interested in possibly even becoming a part of Island Church. It's a good way to get connected and to meet people.
So that's upcoming. The men will be starting back soon, around the same time. We'll start with the light lunch at noon, followed by a study together. And so the men will be getting together on Tuesdays as well. And so that will be starting up back as we think about towards the fall. But right now we're still in the middle of the summer, and the summer makes you think of one of your favorite 5 food groups.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, French fries?
No, the other one.
Ice cream, donuts, bacon. I'm getting them all in there.
Let's try momentum. There we go. Let's get on task.
All right, we got momentum coming up on the last Sunday in July, which I believe is July the 26th. We've got momentum coming up. It's going to be our ice cream one. Several different people that have signed up will bring some ice creams and some toppings, and we'll just enjoy that time together around the ice cream. Judy Riley, I'm going to get this in there, usually brings some type of frozen dessert, which is really good.
You're not supposed to give away all the secrets.
Hopefully that will be on the agenda as well. And so we just enjoy that time together, socializing, and then we come upstairs, which is actually where we are today. We're on the mezzanine level or whatever of our church, where we gather on Sunday mornings for refreshments before we head into the worship center. But we'll come up here for our celebration time of things that have happened over the past few months that we get to celebrate together that have happened.
Can I talk about the future?
Yes, talk about the building, the things that are going on, the process of it, where it is, our mission opportunities, and different things that our groups have been involved in and ways to connect more.
Yeah, it's just time for the church family to get together. On Sunday morning, we try to make it where you would feel very comfortable inviting a guest to join us. We don't typically deal with in-house types of matters, or not. We try to limit that at least anyway. And so this is a time that's really essential time for the church to get together to think about its future and what does it look like and how are we doing, and kind of speak and ask questions and engage. And so this is really a time for that. Plus, it's a time to connect, and this time we to connect around ice cream. There we go. So that's that. What else? Anything else in particular coming up that you can think of? It's got momentum. You mentioned that the women's Bible study, the men's Bible study.
Well, let me say something about, since I'm getting to be with you today. Let me say something about Island Kids. Island Kids meets on Sunday mornings during the message part of our worship service. So the kids typically join in through the singing, and then they go downstairs and are taught a lesson. Got several different people that have been helping with Island Kids, that are teaching Island Kids. Tammy Bowers is helping with that, Susan McGee, Amy Griffith, Teresa Lofton, and then we have one of our members who is away for the summers, but she will be coming back. Judith Olaf has taught a lot with that as well. And so that is working towards expanding our children's, but right now during the summer, there's so much different transition going on, people being out of town, different ball games that occur sometimes that kids are involved in with leagues and things like that. And so while our attendance is sporadic, you should know that happens on a weekly basis. In addition to that, you already mentioned Sharon joining us.
I think so.
Didn't you? Sharon is here every single week in the nursery area from 0 to 3. So if you've got a guest or a grandchild that fits in that, don't let that keep you from coming on Sunday morning, because they can be in our nursery area while the service is going on as well. So also, it's just a very good thing. Our lesson material is geared toward those age groups, and our volunteers in that have been very faithful to be here and to present lessons to the children on their levels.
Right. And speaking of guests, you may have some out-of-town guests this summer. Invite them with you. One of the ways you can communicate your faith to people that may not have a church background is to make your church engagement, or at least on Sunday, particularly on Sunday, a regular part of your routine, regardless of who's in town and who's not in town. And you can bring them, or you can say, we have a commitment to our church, and every person matters, particularly in a smaller church, because you don't know what God might do to speak to you or use you to speak to someone else. And so the loving thing to do for the kingdom and for others is certainly not have as few distractions as possible in terms of your engagement with the church. We're not trying to be legalistic about it, but we try to welcome your guest, and they're here. And if they say they're not going to go with you, that's fine. Just tell them you'll be back. This needs to be a priority actually in your life. If you're going to grow and develop spiritually, this is one of those priorities. And so whether it's giving and serving, talked about serving, those people serving in the children's area. If there is a particular area that you like to serve, or just say, I want to be available, let me know, let Sandy know, let Julie know. We'll be happy to get you served. We had someone that this past week started off helping out in the connections outside, welcoming people on the front end. And so we'll find a place. You let us know. You're going to get more out of it when you're engaged more. She just happens to have to be engaged because she's with me. No. We've been engaged together for a long time. And we enjoy serving, and we love doing that beside you as well. So I think that's all we have for the day. Anything? Go right ahead.
I just want to mention that Charles Blanton has been joining us
Yes.
on our in our musical team, and so we're excited that he's been a part of that, and he'll continue to be a part of that as the days go by. And then there's a couple of other people that might be joining us as well. I will mention that David Lawhead is going to be helping us out on August the 2nd. He is going to be leading on that day. So I know some of you are very fond of David, and if you're in town that weekend, we certainly hope that you're here.
Yeah. All right. I think that's good. You guys have a good rest of the week, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Bye.